Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this particular video, we are going to talk about a very important topic that is used in the modern IT infrastructure, cloud computing, and software development. That is your virtualization and hypervisor. So, what is virtualization? Well, virtualization is a technology that allows us to create virtual computer inside a physical computer. If we go to the definition, so virtualization is a process of creating a virtual version of a computer, server, storage, or operating system on a physical machine. That I said, virtual computer inside a physical computer means you are using a computer that is your physical computer, but on that particular your computer, I'm going to run multiple computer means the virtual version of computer, right? I'm going to run multiple virtual version of computer on your own computer. That is called as virtualization, right? Simple definition is one physical computer can run multiple virtual computer simultaneously. That's it. Kindly pause the video and read the statement at yourself and then proceed. Okay, now if I take an easy example, then imagine your laptop is a large apartment building. A large apartment building have many particular apartments, right? A large apartment building has many apartments. You know that. Fine. So let's imagine that your physical computer is that particular apartment building, and these virtual machines are individual apartments. Means the apartment building has multiple apartments, right? And these virtual machine are those individual apartments. So here each apartment has its own operating system, application, and settings, right? Every particular apartment is having all the features, that is operating system, application, setting, right? So if we take the real example, then a window laptop running ubuntu virtual machine, centos virtual machine, windows server, all at the same time, this is called as virtualization, right? And what is the benefit of that? Well, the benefit is that it provides better resource utilization, cost saving, easy testing, and isolation between the system. Means all these system means either it is Ubuntu, CentOS, and Windows Server all are running at the same time, but all are isolated from each other. Means no one is interrupting the work or getting the insight of the work that is done by the other machine, right? All the systems are isolated. Fine. Now the question comes that how this virtualization work. Well, one operating system uses the hardware directly. You know that without virtualization, if we do not do the virtualization, this is your particular computer, it is having Windows. So here, Window operating system is using the hardware directly. But when you put virtualization, when you use virtualization at that time, all the virtual machine, that is Ubuntu, that window that you are using, that is also a virtual machine, right? And the CentOS, right? All these things, all these three virtual machine that we have created with the help of virtualization, all are using the physical hardware. Your systems, physical hardware, all are sharing among themselves with the help of virtualization, right? And what particular software is providing these resources to them? Well, that is your hypervisor. Okay, so multiple virtual machine share the same hardware, and each virtual machine behave like an independent computer. Since let's say my system is having 8 GB of RAM, right? I've distributed it in this way that 2 GB to Ubuntu, 2 GB to CentOS, and 4 GB to Windows Server, right? So here what is happening, that every virtual machine is get having the resources, it is distributed among them, right? But every particular virtual machine is having some resource, right? So they are behaving as an independent computer because they are having all the resources, no problem, right? Now resource allocation. So the hypervisor, as I mentioned here, this hypervisor allocates the resources such as CPU, RAM, storage, network, all these to each virtual machine, to every single virtual machine, right? So the hypervisor is very important. We will talk about it. So the example, physical laptop, let's say your laptop is having 16 GB of RAM, it is having 8 CPU cores, right? Now what I'm doing, I have divided it into three virtual machines. Virtual machine one, let's say CentOS. Virtual machine two, let's say that is your Windows server. And virtual machine three, that is let's say your Ubuntu. Okay, so I have divided these resources among them in such a way that the first, your CentOS is having now 4 GB of RAM. Your virtual machine 2, that is your Windows server, is now having 8 GB of RAM, and your Ubuntu is now getting 4 GB of RAM, right? So all your resources of your physical laptop is now divided among these three particular virtual machine in this way, with the help of what? Hypervisor. Okay, great. Now let's talk about the hypervisor in a detailed way. What is a hypervisor? So hypervisor is a software. It is a software that creates, manages, and runs the virtual machines. Okay, hypervisor is a software that creates, manages, and run the particular virtual machine on your particular physical machine. Okay, so the role of hypervisor is to create the virtual machine, to allocate the resources such as CPU, RAM, storage, and network, manage the communication between the virtual machine and hardware, manage the communication between virtual machine and hardware, and it ensures the isolation, it monitor the resource usage, all these things. So this is the role of a hypervisor. Do you get it? Fine. Now why do we need a hypervisor? So without a hypervisor, virtual machine will not get the hardware, access to hardware, but with the help of hypervisor, virtual machine gets the access to the hardware. That is the important part. Okay, what is your hardware? What is your hardware? That RAM chip is also a hardware, right? And also whatever the thing that is required, that is your CPU, that is your resources, everything that is allocated with the help of hypervisor to these virtual machines. Fine. Let's talk about some of the examples. So such as Oracle VirtualBox, this is what we are going to use, right? So Oracle VirtualBox, VMware, and Microsoft Hyper V KVM kernel based virtual machine, all these are the example of hypervisor, and this is what we use normally. Fine. Okay, now there are two type of hypervisors. One is type 1 hypervisor, second one is type 2 hypervisor. First one is called as bare metal, and second one is called as hosted. We will just take up little bit idea about what are these types. Fine. So type 1 hypervisor is basically has some characteristics such as it is installed directly on your physical hardware and no host operating system is required for it. It has high performance, it has better security, and it is commonly used in the data center and the cloud environment. Fine. If we talk about the example, so these are the example of the type 1 hypervisor. Okay. And if I talk about the type 2 hypervisor, so type 2 hypervisor run as an application on an existing operating system. In sorry, type 1, it was installed directly on the physical hardware, right? But type 2 run as an application on the existing operating system. Okay, it is easier to install, it is slightly slower, and commonly used for learning, testing, and development. That's it. Fine. Examples are Oracle VirtualBox that we are going to use. So we are going to make the use of the type 2 hypervisor. Fine. VMware workstation, VMware player. So these are the example of that. Fine. So I hope you get the idea that what is virtualization, what are virtual machine, what is hypervisor, what are its type, and how our single physical machine or our single physical computer runs multiple different operating system on it, right? With the help of hypervisor. Got it? And through the virtualization also. So this is all about today's video. I hope you get the concept. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.